All right, we're back with a Fox News alert. The cause of death of Grant Wahl is revealed. His wife saying he suffered an aneurysm while covering the World Cup in Qatar.
Yeah, so he had an autopsy done here in New York by the New York City Medical Examiner's Office, and it showed that he had an aortic aneurysm. It's just one of these things that had been likely brewing for years, and for whatever reason, it happened at this point in time.
So that was announced by his doctor, confirmed by his wife. Here to react is OutKick founder Clay Travis. Clay, 49 years old. He writes for SI, worked for Fox, maybe the leading soccer reporter in the country. What about this revelation at 49 years old? He said he wasn't feeling well, but now we find out that it had an aneurysm.
Yeah, look, I give credit to everyone who made it the case that they could bring his body back to the United States to conduct an autopsy, because in the immediate aftermath, I mean, this guy appeared, from all intents and circumstances, to be healthy, 49 years old, and had been writing controversial topics relating to human rights in Qatar. And so his brother initially went on social media and said there's no way that this wasn't an act of violence. His wife, who is a doctor that you just heard from, took the opportunity to get that body back to do a autopsy. And so I credit the entire family for getting the truth out there, because certainly in the immediate aftermath of a 100% healthy person who had been writing controversial articles about the World Cup and its human rights related abuses, to suddenly drop dead in the middle of a World Cup match definitely set off much sort of rumor mongering in general. And so this, I would imagine, would put that to rest based on the details of exactly why he died. It was unexpected. He was a very talented writer and had a massive audience, had been instrumental in helping to advance the game of soccer in the United States. And it certainly, for people who are big soccer fans and fans of sports media in general, was an unexpected tragedy.
He also did that big cover story on 17-year-old LeBron James and said the next coming, and LeBron James tweeted out very nice regards to him as a reporter and how much he meant to his family back then. Let's fast forward on something totally different. Let's go to Florida, where Governor Ron DeSantis made it clear he is not happy with the way COVID-19 was handled, even with the vaccine and the mandates that followed. Listen to what he's calling for.
I mean, you take an mRNA shot, and the way to view it is, okay, what are the benefits and what are the drawbacks? And it seems like our medical establishment never wanted to be honest with people about the potential drawbacks.
So he wants a grand jury to investigate COVID-19 vaccines, as well as Dr. Fauci. And we noticed it was 90% effective. Now it's 50% effective. Now we got these variants, and they're saying get a booster. He wants an investigation. Your thoughts?
It's 100% the right move. And I think other state attorney generals who are in red states, who have Republican governors and Republican attorney generals, should follow his lead. And to me, this could be something akin to the lawsuits that were filed against Big Tobacco when many state attorney generals finally got Big Tobacco to admit that they knew that what they were saying publicly was not true. And so what we need, and what I believe we would find, is evidence of fraud. And that evidence of fraud would cancel out the immunity that these big drug companies, Moderna and Pfizer, received. Remember, this is unprecedented in the context of the United States government was demanding that its citizenry take these shots, and the profits were all rolling into these big companies. I believe the profit should be returned to the American taxpayer. Everyone who lost their job should get their job back with back pay, certainly in a federal-related capacity, including the military. I applaud Ron DeSantis for making the right decision here. I think other red state governors and AGs need to follow his lead.
But keep in mind, Operation Warp Speed was Trump's thing. So I'm wondering if this was a little shadow boxing with President Trump.
Could be political for 2024 as well, because Trump obviously heralded these shots, and DeSantis has been skeptical in Florida from the get-go.
All right. It's always great to check in with you. Clay Travis, appreciate it. Go to OutKick.com and find out more. Meanwhile, straight ahead on this
Appreciate y'all having me. Thanks a lot.
You got